Hey, what's going on, you guys? What's up? My name's Barbarian, and welcome to another back to school video. Guys, you probably haven't seen Call of Duty on my channel in quite a while, and that's because I used to do Call of Duty way back in the day, almost 5 years ago now, and I like to kind of bring it back to that for a little bit, just kind of pay tribute to my previous era, and kind of do this on special occasions. So I do Call of Duty commentaries on my back to school videos, which I do every year, as well as my YouTube anniversary birthday videos. So you get about 2 times a year. It's kind of fun. Today, I decided to do zombies, because I love zombies, and as much as I wish it was something I could post on my channel now, you know, I just don't really have any friends to play with. But I was thinking about getting into that with maybe Zach and Steve and Tyson if he wants to, and we'll see if that'd be something you guys are interested in seeing. But for now, we'll stick to the Minecraft stuff. We'll stick to the fun stuff like Crafting Dead. But today, I want to talk to you guys about back to school. It's been that time for quite a while for some of you. Others, not so much. Maybe you're finishing up your first week. Maybe some of you guys are already down to like 3 or 4 weeks. You're kind of in a groove here. And I like to talk to you guys in groups. I like to say, you know, here's some tips for middle school. Here's some tips for high school, college, whatever the case may be. Different tips, different things like that. Now, the one thing that I want to start off by saying is that there's no way the one-size-fits-all guide. You should probably take my tips with a bit of a, you know, a grain of salt. In fact, take it with 2 or 3 grains of salt, because honestly, I'm not like an expert. I'm just giving you things that are based on my experience. As I'm out of high school now, I can sort of look back on it and give you guys different areas. So that is honestly what I'm going to do. Now, let's talk about elementary school. Your biggest concern is not to miss recess. Don't do anything to mess up. Honestly, it's not that hard. Just don't eat the glue. That's literally the only thing you need to do. Now, middle school is where it gets a little bit tricky. You're starting to change classes. You might have different teachers for different subjects. You might even start to realize that you like girls or boys. I don't know which one. So, my biggest advice for middle school actually has nothing to do with any of that, and it's wear deodorant. My God. I went back to the middle school a couple weeks ago to talk to my old teachers and talk to them about what I'm doing and just kind of catch up on what their lives are like. And I don't think I've ever smelled a room that has a distinct stench of body odor quite like the middle school cafeteria. I'm not really sure what it is about school or middle schoolers and, you know, like Pizza Thursdays, but apparently they just get all sweaty up in their buns and they just get real stinky and it just seeps into the seats. I'm not entirely sure why that happens. I'm assuming it's puberty. So my biggest advice is, if you aren't already, wear some goddamn deodorant. You will save the rest of us a lot. It's just a lot of suffering. You don't want that. Nobody wants that. It's horrible. So that'd be my biggest piece of advice. Beyond that, start to get organized. I know they say middle school doesn't really count, and to be honest, it doesn't. You could flunk out of middle school or get really bad grades, and then in high school do fine, and colleges are really not going to care. The thing is, I have not met one person who was a bad student in middle school and then turned into a good student in high school. You have to start that transition somewhere, and if you start it in high school, you're too late. So take this time, start using that plan book that teachers are always telling you, write your homework down in here, folks. And you know, being a cool 6th grader and all, are like, psh, nah, bitch, I'm too cool for that, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, no, you're not impressing anybody, honestly. You're not. You're in middle school. Let's just be honest here. Let's get this out of the way. Middle schoolers, you will not be cool no matter what you do. It's okay. We all went through that awkward phase. Everyone had to do it. Just get it over with. Do your time, and then when you go to high school, you'll probably still be awkward. But besides that, it's a great time. So I would advise, you know, start to get some good habits. Wear deodorant. And just, you know, have fun. It's a good time. Middle school is one of those times that you never really get back. You don't get back to that stage of being a middle schooler. It's like, yeah, you want to grow up and everything, but at the same time, it's really fun. You make some good friends and some good memories during middle school. So if it's fun for you, great. If not, just kind of stick it out and think of it as the AAA league or the minor leagues to the high school, which is where I'm going to start next. And I'm going to go through this in 4 distinct phases, because I think that middle school, well, I can lump them all into one jumpy body odor reminiscent mess. I think high schoolers are more unique in each grade, so I'm going to go through one by one. Freshmen, there's one thing you guys need to know, and it's something that we try as upperclassmen to just, you know, just pound into your skulls, is that you are freshmen and you don't matter. That's the simple end of it. I mean, I'm not saying that to be mean. You guys are awesome. Freshmen are, you know, we're all freshmen once, but once you get to be not a freshman, you slowly realize that you hate their guts and that they're annoying. Because freshmen have this terrible complex where they come in from 8th grade, where they were king of the hill, they were top dog, they were the cool kids on campus. They walk across the street to the high school, and now they're not. And they still seem to think that they run things. They act like they're, you know, in middle school, they run around and scream. Rule number 1 of high school: don't be energetic in the morning. No one's energetic in the morning. Doesn't exist. At least not for me and my friends. We are all very low-key. You save your energy for the afternoon when you're out of school. You don't want to be here. I don't want some little freshman running up to me and start screaming about how awesome their friend Becky is because she kissed this guy at a party yesterday. Shut up, please. My God, God, it's bringing me back. It's like bad memories galore. So, freshmen, just acknowledge that this year is going to suck for you guys. It's freshman year. Everyone has to do it. You can't then go on and have good sophomore, junior, and senior years if you didn't suffer and put in your time as a freshman. It's just a matter of life. Now, when you're a sophomore, don't get too, you know, you might be thinking to yourself, whoa, I'm a sophomore. I'm not a freshman anymore. Yeah, woohoo! Whoa, whoa, whoa there, cowboy. Let's just settle down here. You're still a sophomore. It's still not the best thing in the world. But you are better than a freshman. You can make fun of the freshmen at pep rallies. That's kind of cool. And sophomore year is really when grades start to matter. So if you haven't figured your shit out by freshman year, make sure by the beginning of sophomore year, you've got this stuff on lockdown. You want to make sure you've got all your books in a row, your binders are stocked with loose leaf paper, and you've got the pencil sharpened. Number 2 pencil, that's what you like because it writes real dark. You don't want that number 1 or 1.5 pencil. That's too hard to write with. You want the 2. That's without a doubt, beyond a doubt. So that's pretty much where you're going to be. Sophomore year, yeah, you start to really realize who your friends are, what middle school drama, how stupid it is, and you'll start to grow this really disdain for freshmen. You might have a couple freshman friends, and that's cool, but beyond that, the whole gross of them, the whole lot of freshmen are just meh. They're meh. I wouldn't say that they're anything special. Now, when you get up to junior year, you might be thinking to yourself, whoa, I'm an upperclassman. I'm so cool. Yeah, woohoo. Again, let's just rein it in here. You are still below the seniors. And as a former senior myself, and anyone who was a senior can tell you, it's really pisses everybody off when juniors act like they're top dog, and they're not. But at the same time, you are an upperclassman. You can start to have some more fun at the pep rallies, really start getting those chants in. You might even start melting off to the seniors because you guys think you are so cool and you think you're the best. You can even drive to school in some areas. It depends on how old you are, of course, but you might be able to do that. And in all honesty, yeah, enjoy it. Junior year is one of the best. I think, honestly, that the summer of my junior year heading into senior year was probably the best summer I ever had. And granted, this summer, I wasn't going back to school, so I had an essentially unlimited summer waiting for me. But it just doesn't seem the same because everyone's really worried with college and getting ready. This is the last summer where you really don't have any worries. You know you're going back into high school for a pretty easy year at the end of the summer. And you can just kind of enjoy yourself and have fun. And that's what I personally liked. I thought that was kind of my favorite year. And also, junior year teachers are usually awesome. They know you're almost a senior. They treat you with a little bit more respect. But at the same time, you're actually doing things. You're not just walking around and doing nothing like you are at the end of your senior year. You actually have classes. And personally, if I'm going to be stuck in school for 6 hours a day, I'd rather have a teacher that teaches me things than a teacher that lets me do crossword puzzles on my phone. Because I've had both of them. And let me tell you, one period goes by quite a bit quicker than the other. So that's my stance on junior year. And senior year is when it all comes together. You've passed through the freshman gauntlet, you've survived being a sophomore, and you've just made it past being a junior. Now you're a senior, and this is where the party starts. I'm kidding. You apply to college, you do all these wonderful things like visit college campuses, and start to think, wow, I actually might be an adult. But in reality, you're still a kid. So my advice for seniors, and I do not say this lightheartedly, do not grow up too fast. It really does go by fast. It goes by very quickly, and if you try to rush past everything, it's not going to be a fun time. You're not going to enjoy yourself, and it's just going to end up being a lot of missed memories. But my biggest advice for any high schooler or middle schooler for that matter, do everything. If there's a party going on that you think is kind of lame because your school's putting it on, it's like one of those dances that no one really cares about, just go to that dance and meet up with someone you know. Don't worry about having these best friends. Try and be friends with everybody, because if you're friends with everybody and you can at least have a good time with people who you might not know very well, you'll have a lot better of an experience. That's something that I really only took to heart the last couple months of my high school, and I really wish that I had maybe done that a little bit more during my 4 years. And in all honesty, I have a lot of great memories in high school and a lot of really great stories to tell. But I think that the majority of them did come like May, June, and July. It was just a lot of fun, and it was a lot of friendship. And that's what I think I want you guys to really take away from this. School is fun because you have your friends there. And in all honesty, it's some time that you'll never actually get back. You know, when you grow up, you can have friends, of course, but it's different. It's not like, you see each other every day. You have to make plans around each other's families, each other's work schedules. It becomes less and less feasible. I mean, even just in college, it becomes a little bit more difficult. So I would advise you guys just to enjoy yourself. Don't really feel like you have to rush through this. A lot of people are super excited to go to college, or super excited to get into high school, or super excited to get into middle school, and in reality, you should just be enjoying where you are. So anyway, that's my tips. I know I don't have very good tips, guys. I never really said I was a good tip giver, but I hope that this at least made a little bit of sense. I want to know what your back to school tips are, so let me know in the comment section below what you guys think for back to school. And if you do, enjoy this video, you want to see more of these commentary style videos, or even some Black Ops Zombies, I don't know, maybe we'll try that out, then feel free to hit that like button. I really do appreciate it. But until next time, guys, my name's Barbarian. Peace out.